Hello then, gang. Welcome back. Another episode of Boston Boys to your faces. Excited? Good. Drop a like. Run the intro. Everyone's kicking off. Hello then, gang. Welcome back. Marky Fletcher, 11 goals since this season began, and looking quite good. And since we last met, viewers, things have turned around again a little bit dramatically. 4 wins, 1 in the cup, another one in another cup, and 2 league wins, and it sees us back in second position. A few sides around us have faltered. You can see loads of sides in the top half picking up a lot of draws, whereas the bottom half, it's not happening quite so much. I think they're drawing with each other, seems to be the case. And we have capitalised. Goal difference looking good as well, which just helps out, especially against Oxford. And you can see then, since we last met, in the embarrassments that were AFC Wimbledon and Cheltenham, dear oh dear, you briefly saw last episode that Tranmere 4-1, that was a doddle. Apparently Marky Fletcher scored a banging free kick at the very end of last episode. Kings Lynn were beaten 4-0 in the FA Cup first round, to be expected. We've got Bury in the second round. If we get through that, we'll do a third round one. I'm not hoping for much though. 5-3 against Aston Villa in the Checkatrade Trophy. Great. We've been banging goals in that competition. And then a 5-2 win against Southend, who are down there in terms of league table stuff. But Marky Fletcher with a hat-trick to his name. Very, very good stuff from him. You can see Southend in 22nd. Not the fiercest of opposition. So what we need today then is to beat Carlisle. It must be said, though, we don't really need to beat Carlisle. Our focus this season has been too much on just being top of the table. And in reality, all we really need to do is get into that top 3 and get a third back-to-back promotion. I think in all my years of doing YouTube series, I've never had back-to-back-to-back. So this would be the first time. I don't think I did it with Salford. I don't think I did it with Thames either. I think we had a few periods where we didn't get promoted and we struggled for a little while. I'm not 100% sure on that. If anyone can verify, if any of the Salford story statisticians are out there, I'm not quite sure. But it's not happened, regardless, it's not happened for a very long time to me. So it's definitely a chance for us this season. And to say that 2 newly promoted sides up there battling for a title or the promotion spaces really says how poor the rest of the division is. But regardless, viewers, let's face off against them. Carlisle to come first, and then we've got Port Vale in 20th. Should be like if this one doesn't go so well, at least we can recover. Away from home against Carlisle, at home to Port Vale. I know how it's going to go. I've seen it all before, and I'm not happy about it, viewers. Team wise, some good news really. It must be said. System wise, we've gone back to what we've been playing recently, and we're sticking with it. Ryan Alabusu is out injured for this one though. Burton in goal, France, Thompson, Akuma, and Seddon at the back. Pozzo, Kirby, Robinson. I'm just looking at this team. We can definitely play. I'm just making sure we've got the alone players all right there. Kasinga Medea on the left-hand side. Hall comes over to the right, and Fletcher through the middle. Kasinga Medea slowly working himself back into the fold. Of course, had an injury for a long period, didn't feature for a long time, and has slowly been worked back into the side. But you can see already having an impact. 2 goals in 2 games. Let's see if he can get a third one today. Started the season, that first game, very well. He's only played like 4 or 5 times for me, but to get him back in the team, I think could be pivotal. One of our better players. And right then, let's see if we can do it. Can Marky Fletcher continue his goal-scoring form? Let's find out. Eric Lehigh as far away from the team as possible, because we'll probably end up calling him Lychek. So that's the new tactic. You can see regen to plenty for them. 3 defenders, all regen. Central midfielder, and the 3 out front as well. Is Little any good? Brian Little, 6 finishing. Have we played him before? I feel like he scored against us last time. It's definitely possible. Howard on one side, who's very, very quick, but hasn't got much. These boys are top. And then Shields on that side, very quick. Good. He should be up front, really, not out wide. I guess that's a positive for us. His crossing of 8 isn't the best. Interestingly, we've got, can you say, really, a very good mix of real people and regenerated people who, in the hearts of ourselves, like Marky Fletcher, he's a real person, but if anyone just came to this video for the first time, they wouldn't understand. You know, they wouldn't understand. We've been on a good run lately, boys. Go out there and give your best. You know, give your best. Passionate. Come on, we need this today as we face off against Carlisle. We're in the orange and black. They're in the blue and white. And can we do the business? Will we see any hashtag scenes? This is worth saying because a few people ask me occasionally. The scenes t-shirts, they are still available. I've chopped the price completely, really, from £14 to £10. So if you want one, there's now a Boston coloured version if you'd like that as well. I'll show it on screen now. And off it goes. There you are, look. I mean, just if you want one. Marky Fletcher's got a little bit of an injury. He's picked up a knock. Hopefully hopefully he's going to be all right. A little bit of concern on my face, it must be said. But yeah, a very boring first half between two sides that are quite closely contesting the league this year. We seem to have the better of it, though. I'm going to say I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. Hopefully they don't get too complacent from that. They look delighted. Marky Fletcher, I've not put us, because of our loan situation, I can only have 5 in the matchday squad, and these are the 5 good ones. I've not got another striker on the bench aside from Gribbin, which is not really good planning. Rob Hall can play there, but I doubt he can play there really well. It's not terrible, actually. Okay, well, we'll see how long Marky Fletcher can go. What injuries he got? Potential knee injury. I don't really like to risk that, but he looks okay. Condition-wise, he doesn't look too bad. So we'll go out there second half and hope for slightly better things. I'm going to go to a more cautious style. Try and plan the counter. We've got 2 relatively pacey wingers, Kasinga Medea especially. I think if we can soak up a little bit of Carlisle pressure and maybe break on them, that might be the way we get our goal today. Marky Fletcher, with his injury, by the way, is suffering. So I'm going to do something, well, if this goes in, I'm definitely going to. Goes over. I'm going to bring Gribbin on, I think. I've got 2 goalkeepers on the bench, so good planning. I've only just noticed that. We could play Gribbin just up front on his own, like this. Did we do that? I'm thinking advance forward, though. And, yeah, Callum Gribbin up front. He's played out on the left-hand side. He's played in central midfield for me. He's played in behind the striker. He's played on the right at one point, I remember. And now he's playing up front. Callum Gribbin, the man for all positions. Oh, little. He's done a little bit too much there. Not too little, as he's gone in on Pozzo. The referee goes over with his red shirt on, and he produces the red card. There it is, sent off, down to 10, and Carlisle have got their backs against the walls. After a good 4 wins on the bounce for Boston, there's a chance maybe for us here to go after them a little bit. I don't think we should go straight to positive, but we'll work our way up there. 10 minutes to go. I'd say, is there another change in this game for us? Maybe so. Robinson, maybe for Anderson. I think he's the most logical one. He's on a booking. Anderson's got something about him. We'll see if he can make it happen in the final few moments. He can't. It's going to be 0-0. It's going to be very mundane. In a game that I thought would have lots of fireworks, it actually drops us down to 4th position as well, with Port Vale to come. I kind of look at this in 2 ways. One, they're top of the league, so to get a point from them isn't too bad. They were there to be got out, especially after the red card, and it's been a pretty dire football match, hasn't it? There's no other way of dressing it up, really. Hopefully the Port Vale game is that little bit more exciting. If it's not, we might even do the Bury game. So, I mean, the viewers, this episode is wide open. Marky Fletcher, twisted knee, out for 5 to 8 days, will miss the next game, and that's going to need some serious rejigging then with our low knees. Right, a game in a couple of days, so we'll make sure we rest the first 11, regardless if they're injured or not. And I'll see you then in just a moment for Port Vale. I don't really mention it all too often, but our facilities are rubbish. I say rubbish, it's average. They're very average, and our poor data analysts. Can we get anything from the board for any of these? I should ask, really. Data analysts certainly needs dealing with, so we'll go for that. They agree. We should get, okay, good. More, maybe? Youth facilities, let's get them better. The financial position of the club, apparently, is an issue. It's not, is it? I mean, how much do we need to do? A few new changing rooms? Come on. I want to meet these builders, these contractors that are putting it in place for it to cost billions. All right, after a bit of rejigging, gang, we've got ourselves a solution. Hang on, sorry, I say after a bit of rejigging, I'm still playing 2 goalkeepers, so I've not taken it entirely seriously. Sarah comes onto the bench. Yeah, what we've done then, Burton's going to be in goal, France, Thompson, Gibbons, and Seddon at the back. Pozzo just in front, and the midfield's where it gets a bit more interesting. Kirby and Anderson are in the middle there. Ossie Robinson drops to the bench. He's the low knee that's had to step out because up front, Whittaker plays with the support of Kasinga Medea and Hall, hopefully helping him, and that is going to be the system for today's game. Hopefully against Port Vale at home. You'd expect some good things, wouldn't you? I mean, I'm expecting good things. I am just going to change us from playing very narrow to just narrow. I'm going to experiment a little bit with playing our system slightly wider as we go on. I think in some games we don't stretch teams enough, and I guess maybe even in the Carlisle game, it proves to not really help. So over time, I'm going to try and develop that out a little bit more starting today. If our wide players have a major impact, viewers, I'm taking all of the credit. Right then, I have faith in you. I mean, of course I do. If I don't, nobody will. I would say 70% of the comment section have faith, actually. So I'll take that back. All right, 15 minutes gone. And, well, if the game carries on like this, there'll be a third match, viewers. That's all we can really take from it. We're at home against Port Vale. Why? Just attack them, for goodness sake. Get them. Get at them. Right, but a highlight, viewers. It feels like the first of the whole episode. I'm not going to lie to you. As Kirby gets it, gives it to Anderson. Kasinga Medea now finds Hall. Can he go for goal? Great defensive effort. But Hall somehow has hooked that in. Boston 1, Port Vale 0. And you can see what it does to the league table. We fly back into those automatic promotion spots. But I don't know quite how Hall's got his foot on this. Watch it in 3 dimensions. Anderson's got it. Lays it into Kasinga Medea, who plays it across to Hall. He's tackled there. And then, well, it looked more ridiculous in 2D. In 3D, it looks pretty obvious. He just scores the goal. Boston 1, Port Vale 0, which is a good thing. Happy times. Right, ball played over to this left-hand side. Sedin to Kasinga Medea, who just about keeps it in. Good stuff from him. Plays it across to Pozzo now. And out wide to France. As France puts a lovely ball first time to Kasinga Medea. And the wide men are getting involved. 2-0 to the good. Kasinga Medea back in their side, back in the goals. It was quiet against Carlisle, but we can kind of accept that, I think. Away from home, getting a draw against them was pretty good. Making sure, though, that we beat Port Vale today. And so far, that is exactly what's happening. Great ball from Rob France at right back. He played it all the way from France. It was so far over that side. And Kasinga Medea can't miss from there. Lovely finish from him, too. As we go towards half-time. 2-0 to the good. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. Happy days. Very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up, lads. They look delighted. Let's just do it all again. There's been a noise in my office, and I don't know what the beep was. Genuinely have no idea what it was. As it goes across, and they've scored. There was a sound. Was it in my headphones? I've been in my headphones, you know. I'm not actually sure. But anyway, as I'm freaked out, Kiveni puts it in. There was like a ding, like an elevator door had opened, and we don't have a lift in this house. If someone walks in now, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm just looking at things, trying to figure out what on earth just happened. Anyway, it's 2-1, which is all well and good, but if they get there's a highlight. I was about to make a change. I was going to bring Gribbin on the left hand side, but they're forward again. Port Vale here. As I've been distracted, I'm starting to think it might have been. I think Burton heard it as well. I'm pretty sure Burton heard it as well. Callum Burton there has we'll watch it, shall we? We'll just observe together, viewers, as Pearson puts it, deflects back, and then yes, it's not his best work. Are we playing Soccer Manager? Is that what's happened? 10 minutes to go, and after being in cruise control, there was a noise that went off in this room. I'm as confused as anyone. And now look where we are. I've decided to go for the right-hand side instead. Whittaker's going to step out for this one. I'm going to put Sayer on. I'm going to basically... Everything's about to be messed around with. There you go. That's going to be what we're going to use for the final few minutes. I know what's happened, viewers. We've gone 2-0 up, and I've just not taken it off attacking. And game management has been thrown out the window, viewers. And I blame it all on the ding sound that I'm not actually sure if you heard. So... if you didn't hear it, that is more concerning. As we're going to draw, right, back-to-back draws now. That's what's going on, is it? Callum Burton own goal. I mean, let's take a look at it again in 2 dimensions. We can see what occurred. They played it neatly, didn't they, out to that side, and then it deflects back, and a shot goes sort of off the keeper and in. Dear. That would never happen at the top level of football, would it? To Stegen, would it? I feel better now. I feel better. All right, 2-2. Aggressively say, not good enough. Some of them are stressed, demotivated. Well, I'm demotivated after that performance. I've been thrown off. And there we are then. That's going to wrap up today, I think. 2-2. I've just not concentrated. Just go to a more balanced approach for the final 20 minutes. Just see it out, you know? Nah, just faff about then in your office. Just hearing noises that we're not even sure existed. Well, great. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I've messed it up again, haven't I? Good love with care from it. Until next time. Goodbye. #scenes. Just feel it happening. See? This is the game after, viewers. I'm using the webcam. Twice now, this is. This happened yesterday. Now it's happening today. Bury are getting absolutely turned over. I'm a lost cause.